Open your eyes.
What is up, YouTube? It's RSMario here, bringing you another Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild theory. I almost said Legend of Zelda Wii U theory. I'm so used to it for about 2 years now. I've been saying Legend of Zelda Wii U. I gotta get used to saying Breath of the Wild, because we have a subtitle, we have a name now for the game. So yes, got a Legend of Zelda theory for you today. This one is on Calamity Ganon. So here's where I'm going with this. Like, this has been bothering me for a while. Calamity Ganon, he just doesn't seem like the main antagonist of this game. And, I mean, he probably isn't, more than likely. From what I remember, there was an interview, I think it was, I'm not sure, I don't think it was Miyamoto, I think it was Eiji Aonuma. And I believe he was the one who said that there was going to be a different antagonist in this game. The antagonist in this game wasn't going to be Ganon, which is why I was so surprised when I saw Calamity Ganon at E3. I was like, oh snap, they reneged on that. But maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't do that. Now, I'll take you all the way back to A Link Between Worlds. Now, this is going to be a spoiler for A Link Between Worlds, if you haven't played that game. If you haven't, you're crazy, because it's one of the best games on 3DS. You should totally own that game. I mean, if there's one 3DS game that you should buy, it's probably A Link Between Worlds. You know, A Link Between Worlds and Fire Emblem. Those two games got me through so long on 3DS. Those two, and Pokemon too. But yeah, in A Link Between Worlds, Ganon was in that game, but he was not the primary antagonist. The primary antagonist was Yuga. And of course, Yuga eventually brings Ganon back to life and fuses with Ganon, becoming Yuga Ganon, in order to get the Triforce of Power, because he needed it for his plan, which I'm not going to spoil that much for you if you haven't played the game yet. But he needed the Triforce of Power for his plan and brought back Ganon. So Ganon was in the game, but he was not the primary antagonist. That's what I think is going on in this game, because Calamity Ganon, like, he doesn't sound like a primary antagonist to me. He sounds like a ghost of Ganon. You know, and most of the games where Ganon or Ganondorf was the antagonist, they were just called Ganon or Ganondorf. You know, they might have been called like Demon King, you know, Ganon, or something to that, or Beast Ganon, you know, or something to that extent. But Calamity Ganon to me sounds like he's a ghost of Ganon. And I'm not sure if it was somebody in the live stream, or if it was actually one of the monks that said that Calamity Ganon was a curse. So maybe somebody else set the curse of Calamity Ganon on Hyrule. So somebody revived Ganon and set the curse of his ghost on Hyrule to destroy them for some reason. Now, this person would definitely be the actual antagonist of the game, and this would fulfill what Aonuma said a while back, that Ganon is not going to be the primary antagonist in the game, but it will still explain why Calamity Ganon is here in the first place. You know, it would be pretty interesting, and it also could explain why our Link is in a resurrection chamber. Because, I mean, of course, to be resurrected, you know, you're not resurrected from sleep. You wake up from sleep. When when you get resurrected, that means you were dead. So that means this Link was dead at one point, and then he was brought back to life by being put in this chamber. Maybe this Link tried to stop Calamity Ganon, but couldn't, because Calamity Ganon is already dead, and he couldn't kill him again. You can't kill a curse, you know, and maybe he died, and now has to try to figure out how to stop Calamity Ganon. And maybe the only way to stop Calamity Ganon is by killing the original user, the person who used the curse in the first place. Maybe you have to kill this person in order to destroy Calamity Ganon. Think of it as it's kind of like Naruto and some of the jutsu there. You have to kill the user of the jutsu in order to stop the jutsu itself. I'm thinking Calamity Ganon is something like that. I specifically remember somebody saying Calamity Ganon was a curse. So I don't think Ganon is the primary antagonist in this game. He's the antagonist that we know of, but the primary antagonist could possibly be a plot twist, you know, like we also had in A Link Between Worlds, you know, which was probably in development around the time this game was, and maybe, you know, or at least when the story of this game was being developed, maybe they decided to do a plot twist similar to the one that was in that game, as somebody close to you is actually part of this whole antagonist plan to destroy Hyrule. So that's about it for this one. This was a quick theory that was in my brain. It was just in there, and I had to get it out. Next week, hopefully, I'll be bringing you another theory on the link that we have here in, you know, a link between worlds in A Breath of the Wild. So check that out. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, people, keep it real.